Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different because I have to admit something. I'm tired of making dog food every week or every couple days. She has enough food for tonight, which means I have to cook it today. And then 7 days from now, I have to cook it again. So I'm gonna cook today exactly 1 month's worth of food for Sable. This is an enormous amount of food. But if I don't have to do it for another 30 days, it's worth it. Let's get started. Oh, shit. Okay, so let's start with the first ingredient. 20 pounds of chicken, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Oh, that's a lot of meat, but it's gotta be cooked. It has to be cut up and has to be stuck in the pot. So we're gonna start with that. Cutting board. All right, so each one of these is about a little bit more than 4 pounds. I still find that grinding this is the easiest way to do it. So I'm pulling out the KitchenAid and I'm attaching the grinder. You still have to cut it a little smaller so it fits in the chute. Listen, there's 20 pounds of chicken here. I'm not gonna say this is easy, but if I do it now, I don't have to do it again in a couple days. If anybody has any suggestions on how to make this easier, please let me know because this is a lot of work. All right, 1 down, 4 to go. I don't know if you're interested in all this, but I need to do it. Oh, chicken. Oh, what did that have? God. Gross. All right. Let's see if that worked, that little shortcut. Well, that worked a little bit faster. The more you do it, the more techniques you find. Honestly, this is the hardest part. Grinding the meat. It does the best job, but it's the most work. All right, so the Instant Pot's full. I have to get another bowl. Big bowl. Ooh, boy. All right, so 20 pounds of chicken, thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Took me, I don't know, about 30 minutes to do. All right, but it's done. To that, we're going to add gizzards and livers, chicken livers and chicken gizzards. Again, we're gonna grind them so they just cook evenly. This here is the grossest stuff you'll ever see. Chicken, woo! Chicken livers, man. They're still frozen. Damn it. All right. We'll start with the gizzards. Gizzards. Let's get them in there. Gizzards tend to get stuck. Come on. There it goes. Boop. There it goes. All right, in go the livers. Gross, disgusting, diarrhea looking. Ugh. All right, so as you can see, the chicken livers are just kind of disgusting when they slime up. But the gizzards, they're just like the chicken, okay? Now that this is all ground up, now it's time to cook it. Now, obviously, it won't all fit in the Instant Pot, so I'm gonna have to cook it in 2 batches or multiple batches, but it's gonna give me a whole month's worth of food. So let's get this in the Instant Pot and clean up the mess that I've got here. Oh. All right, so if any of you have watched any of my past videos, you know I love the Instant Pot for cooking all this dog food. First thing we have to do to the ground chicken is add some water just so it covers the top of it. That way it doesn't stick to the bottom, all right? Just something you have to do with Instant Pots. Ugh. Put your chicken in the that pot is filthy. The outside of this pot gets so filthy. Into the Instapot. Lid on. Plug her in. Pressure cook for 5 minutes, just enough to cook the chicken a little bit. Gets it right where it needs to be. That's what I find anyway. All right, 5 minutes, then we'll do some more and we'll move on. So let's put this aside. And let's move on to the next thing. 5 pounds of rice. That's the next thing we have to tackle. All right. I'm gonna put this on the stove and boil it for 20 minutes. All right, we got the chicken going. We got the rice going. Let's chop up the vegetables. Carrots and sweet potatoes. I bought the sweet potatoes already cubed up, so it's gonna save me a little bit of work. But we have to cut up the carrots so they're small and bite size. Hey, sweetie. How you doing, huh? You like sweet potatoes? Nope, not unless they're cooked. In case I haven't mentioned it, the full recipe will be in the description below, along with all the items that I used to cook this recipe. If you're interested in any of these things, they'll be down below in the description. All right, so while I'm cutting up these carrots, carrots and potatoes are prepped. I'm going to set these aside because I have a special way of cooking these that I'll show you once the rice and the chicken are cooked. All right, so we're going to put this aside. All right, so while we wait, I'm going to do a little cleaning, and then by the time I'm done, we should be ready for the next step. What you doing, baby? Oh, the other water. Damn it. Whew. All right, so now that all the meat's done, I'm putting it all into this food grade 5-gallon pail. All right. As you can see, all the meat's in there, the gizzards, the liver, everything nice and hot. It's in there, all right? And I just scooped everything right out of the Instapot, okay? But I'm preserving, and many of you have asked me this question in the past, do you save the liquid? And today I am, okay? So here's all the nutrients that came out of the meat are into this broth, which is just chock full of nutrients. So we're gonna save this. Put that aside. Get rid of this big monstrosity. Out of the way. All right, everything out of the way. I'm gonna bring over the rice that we just finished cooking. Big pot of rice. Right into, ow, hot. It's not coming out. Oh, here it comes. Come on. There's some burnt on the bottom that I'm just going to pull out. I mean, I wouldn't eat it, so I wouldn't feed it to my dog. And it's just this bottom skin. All right, so we're going to move that out of the way. All right, so now we've got the rice and all the chicken in the pail. All right, so let's put this aside. And now let's bring back that broth, okay, and bring over the carrots and the sweet potatoes, okay? So I'm gonna cook this in the pot with all that broth from the meat, preserving all the nutrients. All right, so we're gonna drop that all in there like that. Give it a nice stir. We drop it back into the Instant Pot. Almost made a mess there. Put the top on, pressure cook again, but this time we're gonna do 20 minutes. That way I know all the carrots are soft and the sweet potatoes are soft, okay? So 20 minutes in the Instant Pot. When this is done, we'll mix it with the rest of it and we'll move on to the next step. All right, so as you can see here, the vegetables are now cooked and soft, and we still have all this beautiful broth, okay? So we're gonna put this aside. Look. This thing has been nothing but problems today. Out of the way. Let's bring our 5-pill back into play. And we're gonna add the carrots, sweet potatoes right into the mix here. All right, so this is now becoming increasingly harder to stir, and the rice is a little dry. So I'm going to add this broth back into the mix a little at a time, just until I can get a nice stir out of it, all right? And at the same time, mashing up the carrots and the sweet potatoes, all right? I need a bigger bucket. It's a little overflowing here, so I'm gonna put a little in this. But basically all you have to do now is mix it all together. There we go. There we go. Just need a little bit more liquid. Now it's stirring real nice. All right. The rice and the chicken, sweet potatoes and the carrots, but there's more. All right. We need our greens. We need our greens, right, baby? You need your greens. Spinach, green beans, peas, blueberries, and stir it together. I'm going to add a cup of olive oil. I'm going to add turmeric. And black pepper to activate the turmeric. Alrighty, and we mix. Let's put the rest of this back in there. And mix it all together. What do you think, Sable? Smells good, right? All that meat stuck on the bottom. I don't think I recorded this, but I did add a dozen eggs, shell and all, to the mixture. And I stirred it all in. And now what I'm doing is I'm separating it into servings. Each one of these deli cups is a day's serving, half in the morning, half in the evening. Right here I have 7 days, and the rest of this will make the rest of the month. So I'm going to portion this out right now. Yeah, I know. It's been quite the day, Sable. Let me get the rest of this portioned out, and then we'll recap everything. All right, there you go. Ooh, a month's worth of food. And it only took me 4 hours, approximately. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am a nightmare in the kitchen. I make the biggest mess. I've been trying to clean as I go, but let me give you a behind the scenes look here. Here's the food. Here's the mess. There's the girl that I do it all for. Stupid pail over there, and it's everywhere. So there you have it. Yes, baby, come here. Yeah, I know. Here, you want to clean the bowl? Here you go. Go lick the bowl. All right. Whew. 30 days, a month's worth of food is not for the faint of heart. Unless you have the time and the energy, I wouldn't recommend it. This was a pain in the ass. But I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 portions. That's 20 days. And then I've got 2 days, because I didn't have any more deli cups, 2 more Tupperwares, because I didn't have any more deli cups. But I'll portion those out. See, I'm going to freeze most of this, except leave about 3 or 4 days in the refrigerator. So most of this is going to go in the freezer. I'll defrost it as I need it every couple days. Boom, boom. So now you're all probably wondering, how does Sable like it? Well, she's cleaning the bowl right there. I don't know if you can see that back there. If you've got any questions, comment below, please. Ask me anything you'd like. This wasn't fun. It was actually kind of miserable. I was miserable. Mistake after problem after issue, I don't know what's going on. But I do it because I love my dog. If you do it for the ones you love, it makes it all worth it. If I didn't love my dog, if you don't love your dog, I wouldn't recommend this. You have to love your dog to want to do this for them, whether it be every 3 days, every 7 days, or once a month. To be honest with you, I think I want to cut this in half and maybe do 2 weeks worth instead of a month's worth, because I just didn't have a big enough tub. The bucket wasn't big enough. My Instapot wasn't big enough. Multiple cooks. It was a lot of work. But I now know that when I feed her, she's going to have a nutritionally sound meal, and I don't have to worry about it for the next 30 days. I guess the next thing to do is to feed Sable, which it's almost time. And then I'm going to get you some dinner. All right, now it's feeding time. Let's see if Sable, baby, you want some of this, huh? You want some of this? Ooh. All right, come on, let's get a spoon so I can serve it up for you. All right. All right. Let's see what she thinks. All right, baby, you ready? All right. Oh, no. Wrong side. Sorry. I put it on her water. I am such a klutz today. I have no idea what's wrong with me. Sable loves me no matter what, though. Whoa, slow down, sweetie. Wow, she's really chowing down. All right, so that's it. Hey, listen, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Consider subscribing if you aren't already. And we'll see you in the next video.